The Mora 511 is a great small fixed blade knife for you or your kid. Yeah, that's right, I said kid. Stick around for my review. Hey my friends, Late Boy Scout here, and this is my review of the Mora 511. Yeah, it's time for some more Mora happiness. And these knives really make me happy. Don't they make you happy? Just thinking about them and looking at them, I love them. Knowing that I only paid 10, 12 bucks for them, oh man, that makes me really happy. Then taking them out into the outdoors and getting some great fine work done with that beautiful Scandinavian ground blade, that makes me extremely happy. Pounding it through a log, yeah, grain, with the grain obviously, splitting that thing, and seeing the knife not fail, man, that makes me so happy. I just get so happy around these Mora knives. Here's another one. We'll compare to the 511. Obviously a little bit broader blade here and a little bit longer. No matter, the 511 is still a very good knife. And I do like the ergonomics on it too. Even in a large adult hand like mine, it grasps fairly well, and that choil keeps me from moving forward. That's always a good thing. Yeah, that could be a little bit smaller, and you might even modify that to remove some of that material. It'll carve nicely with that beautiful Scandinavian grind. It'll get all kinds of great survival and outdoors work done because it's just a great little knife, isn't it? These Mora 511s are on the small end for Mora knives, but on the very carryable and useful end as well, as most Mora knives are. Now that's one reason that I consider this to be a great knife for kids. Now, don't run off screaming, wait around and let me tell you what I mean by that. I believe in teaching my kids how to use dangerous things, not just telling them to run away from them, okay? I believe that about guns. I believe that about knives. I believe that about multi-tools. I believe that about virtually everything. At some point, they're going to come face to face with something that's dangerous, and I would rather them know how to deal with it. I'd rather they know how to deal with it, okay? So I like to teach them ahead of time how to use dangerous things and, what they're for. And then that also kind of satisfies their curiosity later down the road when, they come into contact with a knife and they haven't held one before. How are they going to react? With a little bit more curiosity and not the same amount of, I don't know, safety, precaution and all that. Whereas if you teach them, well then they'll know how to use it, and they'll know how to use it carefully and correctly. So that's my philosophy in regards to kids and dangerous things. And that is why I think that giving your kid a knife like this to use is smart, okay? First you teach them how it's used, then you let them use it. That's my belief, and that's what I practice. So, the 511 fits really well into that role. First off, it's a super cheap knife. You paid about $10, $11 for it. So, if it gets damaged, if it gets lost, if they start chopping it into the dirt and hit some rocks and just kind of ruin the thing, again, you're only out 10 or 12 bucks. Then again, if they decide to keep this thing and actually treat it well, you've still got a Mora, and it's going to treat them well for a pretty long time. At least that's my belief and my opinion about Mora knives at this point. I'll roll in at this point and talk to you a little bit about the clipper some more. This knife is a great knife, and I've put this through some pretty hard use. Now, I haven't owned it for a super long time, but in the short amount of time that I've had it, I can tell you with great amount of certainty that it's a very tough little knife. It's quite ergonomic, it's got a nice grip on it, and I know that it's going to behave very well and just kind of be a good knife for a long time, again, because of the hard use I put it through. With that experience, I can tell you that the 511 is also going to be a great knife and hold up very well for quite a long time. Of course, that beautiful carbon steel blade, Scandinavian ground, man, it's just a gorgeous looking knife. That one's mirror polished. What is not to love about the 511? It's got a good sheath as well. Little drain hole in it. Locks into place, doesn't shake out very easily. You can attach that to a belt I'm told that you can even sew a little button onto your pants or your belt or wherever and then lock that into place and have that sort of swivel. Or you could also just sort of put it on a little neck loop, put a little paracord through that and wear it around your neck instead. A lot of ways to use this sheath. Yeah, it feels kind of cheap and plastic, but I think it's going to hold up as well as you'll ever need it to. And then again, if it doesn't, you only paid 10 or 12 bucks. Well, there you go, guys. I love Mora knives. They make me happy. The 511 is no different in that sense. Mora 511, what a great little knife, and my kids have really enjoyed using theirs. I'm the Late Boy Scout, and I'll see you later.